If you can't do what you want, do what you can. Hello everyone. Welcome to Mountain Woman Radio. This is episode number 236, and I am your host, Tammy Trayer. It is a busy time here on the homestead and crazy temperatures. We had 70-degree weather over the weekend, which is just amazing. And our mornings are beautiful, as you can see if you're joining me on YouTube. But it's chilly. I've got the sweater on. I've got Grandma's lap quilt on. And I've got my cup of coffee, of course. And I am sitting here in my favorite place here at our fire pit and just enjoying some time with you guys. I love to inspire you guys. I love to encourage you. But I also don't like to candy coat things and skirt the important stuff. We all want to be in that place of bliss and joyfulness and happiness all the time. And we have a hard time acknowledging the hard things. And I say that because there's still a lot of craziness going on in our world. And I think that it's really important that we are aware of what's happening. It's really easy to get depressed or down when you're investigating and understanding truly what is happening in our world. And I think there's a fine line there of balance of, keeping yourself in a good place as well as being aware. So today I just want to remind you guys the importance of keep on getting on. We need to keep moving forward. We need to keep focusing forward. We can't become complacent. You hear all these terms all the time on Mountain Woman Radio. Our good friend JC Desclos, you guys may be familiar with him also as the boss of the swamp on YouTube. One of the quotes he has coined is, when you can't do what you want to, do what you can. And I think that is a very profound statement right now, more than ever. We always need to be improving, bettering ourselves, doing things. It says in the Bible that we need to be in motion, that our minds will go if we are idle. And I believe that to be true. I feel my best when I am doing things, when I am doing what is required of me, when I'm also doing things that I enjoy, and keeping a mix of those things makes life really nice. I've been doing some projects lately. I wanted to have a valance above the kitchen window. I was using different panels on the kitchen window, and when I brought them down, I realized how much light it was blocking from coming into our tiny home. And I really wanted the light. So I was looking them up, and they were like $45 for a crocheted valance and higher. And it's not that I didn't feel they were worth that. It's not that I wouldn't, spend that on somebody's handcrafted goodness. But I didn't want to spend that kind of money right now on that. So I made one. I've never crocheted a project like that in my life. I've been really good at making straight line bookmarks, and my tension has been off. And I'll show you, there'll be a video on our YouTube channel on the valance I made. It was very gratifying. It was very rewarding. It was a lot of fun. I love doing leather work. I'm going to be finishing up my moccasins. I'm making like a 3/4 height boot moccasin for the winter. And I'm also going to be making a crocheted bootie for on the inside. So those are just leisurely things. Those are things that will help me moving forward. I will have footwear. I have a talent. But it's really was eye-opening for me to realize the importance of incorporating those things into my time, into my life. I do a lot of listening to podcasts and educational things, and my hands are always idle. And it's nice to be able to have something I can do and work on while I'm listening to those things. I like to multitask to a certain level. I used to be the multitasking queen. It doesn't always serve us real well when we take multitasking to an extreme level. So I've kicked that back, but I do enjoy being able to multitask some. So I share all that with you because there are things that I wanted to do that I couldn't. That happened as a result of some health flare-ups. It could happen for you because of money. It could happen because you are lacking time. And unfortunately, as it rolls, you never have enough time and enough money all at the same time. So we need to improvise, we need to adapt, we need to overcome, we need to find ways to still be able to keep ourselves moving forward and working on things, even though we may not be able to do what we want. For many of you, that might be leaving the city and heading to a homestead, or to own your own home instead of renting. But you're still currently where you are, and there's no reason you can't do things where you're at. So even though we can't always do exactly what we want when we want to, it doesn't have to hold us back. It doesn't have to be the thing that keeps us from enjoying new things, new adventures, as well as embracing our dreams. So I feel it's really important to mention this now, because there's a lot of people that are like, I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. You know, the world might be falling apart and I'm stuck and this is where I'm at. So you don't have enough money to do the projects you want to do, but you can learn a new skill. That new skill could take you into something else. That new skill could be something that would enable you to barter or make money to afford you to be able to do what you want to do. You got to really change your thinking. You got to do things differently. You can't keep doing the same old thing and expecting change and results. So I really want you to think about those couple things this week. You know, make a list of the things you want to do and make a list of the things that you can do. Also, how can you do things differently? What can you change in your day-to-day to get results that you want to have? So, like, if you want to start gardening and you're not sure where to begin, find the resources. Find other people that are working in the same zone that you are and that are doing things uniquely. You know, not everybody has a huge plot of land and is able to garden on these massive gardens. They have to improvise. They have to have raised beds. They have to use their flower beds. They need to use pots. You need to change your thinking. You need to have a plan also. I've always been really good at organizing and planning things, and I truly believe that it's important to have that plan and have a plan in place, because when you do, it gives you a basis of where to start and how to continue from there. Having that plan and also writing it out. When you write things out, it brings it to fruition. It's just this, there's just a lot of truth in that. It starts to become more of a reality when you start planning things. And so many people are just stagnant because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. If I stayed in that place, I wouldn't be here today, and I wouldn't have this opportunity to talk to you. We need to step ourselves out of our comfort zones. We need to keep pushing forward. We need to realize that there's still so much we can do, even if we don't have the funds to invest in more things. If you are able to stock up on things, that is really good and will benefit you and your family immensely. But if you don't get stuck in that place and don't debilitate yourself in that space because you can't do something. There's so much more you can do. And I'm grateful for our mentality and our mindset here. We have a lot of projects going on, and there are oftentimes things that we can't do. So we keep moving and we do what we can. And right now, some upcoming things that you'll find on our YouTube channel is we are actually moving our house. If you followed our house build, we built it on runners with the intention of moving it later because it was supposed to become a guest cabin. We had a really cold and nasty weather set in when we were building our second homestead. So we decided to build the guest cabin first rather than the house. However, we really like what we've built. So instead of moving it to another location on the homestead, we are moving our house onto the original pillars that our house was to be built on. And that will be an interesting endeavor. The mountain man is, he's amazing. His mind, his abilities are just amazing. So on this project, I will just be following along and following instructions because I can't even wrap my head around this process. But he is used to moving very, very large things in the industry that he is in and has been in throughout his life. So for him, this is nothing. But it will be an interesting process, and I will be excited because I will no longer be looking at what I've been calling the graveyard, because we have concrete pillars in the front of the house and they just look like tombstones to me. Just funny. Morbid maybe, but it's just what it looks like to me. So to have those gone and my view not jaded by them, and just to have our beautiful view be a little higher up, it's just going to be amazing. Our view from our front window is pretty much what you see behind me if you're joining me here on YouTube this morning. So we also have a project coming up where we will be building a small cabin for the mountain boy and lots of other things in store. So of course, all those things we will be sharing with you. The mountain man has been fabricating a bunch of things. He built us a sawmill in 2013. So we've been utilizing that in a tremendous way over the years. And he built a blade sharpener and a tooth setter for our blades to give us longer life on the blades, and also to eliminate us having to pay somebody to do those things. So that has been tremendous. He had built a previous one but wasn't happy with it, so he's constantly fine-tuning what he is doing and what he is working on. And I want to just encourage you guys to do the same. You know, if you are trapped inside doing inside work, get outside. If you aspire to do certain things but you're holding yourself back, do them. Incorporate productive things and things that will move you forward in your life and into your future, as well as doing things that give you joy. I mentioned, I've been crocheting. Some of you might like to draw or paint. Some of you might want to learn how to can. We've got plenty of canning videos on our YouTube channel. You might want to learn to forage. Whatever it is that you aspire to learn, I want to encourage you to embrace your dreams. I want to encourage you to be creative, to do different things to make different results. And when you can't do what you want to do what you can. There's so much we can be doing right now. There's so much. Preparing our homes for winter, preparing with skills that will carry us through if something does fall apart in our world, learning how to cook on an open fire, learning how to cook in a sun oven, learning how to utilize your grill as an oven. There's so many different things you could be learning how to do. And right now we're heading into hunting season. If there's some of you out there that want to learn how to hunt, now is the perfect time. Find somebody close to you. Visit our YouTube channel. We have a lot of field dressing videos and butchering videos for wild game. I am very excited for our hunting season. That is something our whole family participates in. I enjoy being able to harvest the animals we need for our freezer and our shelves to feed our family. And I enjoy being outside. I do get stuck inside an awful lot doing what I do. And I am just so excited when I have the opportunity to be outside doing something different. So remember to incorporate different things into your days. And also something I want to mention to you too is oftentimes we put so much on our to-do list that we overwhelm ourselves to the point of debilitation, that we don't do anything because we're overwhelmed as far as what to accomplish. So if that is you, also evaluate your to-do list and come up with one thing you want to accomplish and focus on that till it's done, and then move on to the next thing. Overwhelm is a terrible place to be. Regardless if it's overwhelmed with our circumstances, overwhelmed with too much to do, whatever the case may be, I want to see you guys moving forward. I want to see you guys paying attention to what's happening in our world. I want you to be aware. I want you to be advocates for your families and your children. You know, now more than ever, we need to be focusing on ourselves and our families. That might sound selfish, but it's important. We need to be able to take care of ourselves. And you know, right now, there's a lot of things that are unavailable, but they're still available. What's going to happen when things hit a place where they're no longer available and you can't get them anymore? You know, that's my thinking. I try to learn skills that I will need to keep us moving forward regardless what happens. And that's how the mountain man thinks as well. That takes us back sometimes to traditional thinking. That's why we as a family live very traditionally. Just a simpler time. It might have been more work and more effort needed, but you had the confidence and the just security of knowing you had the skills. So if you can't do what you want to do what you can. Thank you, JC. That is the best line. Keep moving forward, guys. Keep doing things. Keep being active. Don't be idle. And don't think that things are going to change quickly. They're not. They're not going to change overnight. We didn't get here overnight. So keep preparing forward. Keep doing what you can do. Okay, guys, so take care. Keep moving forward. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. God bless.